Hey the bosses, you're welcome to my channel. So if you follow me here on YouTube, then you would know that my live video, I just did a live video on LinkedIn and how to use that to build your personal brand and land more opportunities. Unfortunately, the video for the live video is really staticky. It cuts up a lot and it doesn't make for a very good user experience. And so I recorded a brand new video for you, sharing with you my top 5 tips for using LinkedIn to get more freelance opportunities, to land more speaking opportunities, whatever it is. If you want to build a personal brand on LinkedIn, this video is for you. So stay tuned and let's jump into the tutorial. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing on this channel. I talk about freelance writing, content creation, and building a lifestyle business. Now let's jump right into the content. All right, so LinkedIn profiles. All right, LinkedIn is one of those platforms that seems really boring, that seems like you only go there when you're looking for a job, you upload your resume, and then that's it. A lot of people do not use it for much beyond that. But LinkedIn, especially this past year, has been really beneficial for me. And I want to share some of those tips I've used, or some of those hacks I've used on LinkedIn to build attention. And so I'm going to give you 5 things you can do on your profile today to set your profile up for success, and something that you will do every single day of the week, or even just a few times a week, that will help you be successful on the platform. All right, so first and foremost, let's go to my profile. Somebody had asked, I think that was Ajo and Fojo, on my community tab when I had asked about LinkedIn, had asked if you need to have LinkedIn Premium. I do have LinkedIn Premium. I have the one where I pay $29 per month. I don't know what it's called, but it's some kind of premium account, and it allows me to have access to things like analytics, right? So I'll be able to see like 200 people viewed my profile. I have had 200 post views for my last post. I've appeared in 18 searches, which I'll talk about. So I get analytics like that. Plus you have access to like LinkedIn Learning, and also some in-mail or messaging here on the LinkedIn platform. However, if you do not need these things, I don't think that a LinkedIn Premium account is necessary. Everything I'm going to show you today, you can do with a free LinkedIn account, except for check your analytics, or except for going to LinkedIn Learning, which I think is fantastic. So if you do not want to pay for LinkedIn Premium right now, do not pay for it. If you want to definitely take your account to the next level, or just use it more for other things, then maybe, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary. I pay for it because I love to look at my statistics. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, you hear lots of people say this: make sure you have a picture, right? So make sure you have an image of yourself. It doesn't have to be a professional photo. Just, dress up nicely or look professional, right? Even if you don't like to look professional, the nature of this platform is professional, so you want to create it for that context. And then find someone to just use your phone. These days we have really amazing cell phone cameras. Use that to take a picture and then have that. So that's let's get that out of the way. Second thing, your name and your credentials. So right here I have my name and my credentials. Fair enough. If you don't have any credentials, that's okay too. Sometimes I see people with like 20 different credentials. I'm like, really? Like, do we need to see all? But hey, they earned it, so why not? If you have all that, put it there. But I like to keep things simple. And then this is the part I really want you to focus on. All right, so you've heard the phrase dress for the job that you want, right? I say write the title. This is known as your title or your headline on your LinkedIn. Write the headline or title that you want to be found for and that you want to target. Like, so for instance, I am a writer that targets the health and bioscience biotech industry. So I'm going to put health and bioscience writer because that is the audience I'm going after. That's the audience I want to attract. So don't just write something like I'm the ninja writer of the universe, or some other obscure unsearchable term, because, and I'm going to show you why. I showed you my search results, right? I showed you this statistic right here where it says search appearances. LinkedIn has a really good search engine built into the platform. And so people can go up here and search for anything they want and find it, right? So they can search for things like writer, they can search for things like freelance writer, health writer, personal finance writer, e-commerce writer, whatever writer that they're looking for. Or even if they're not looking for a writer, they're looking for a registered nurse, whatever, speaker, all these things. So you want to dress your profile for the job that you want, right? So tell people exactly what you do so that when people go to search, you can show up in search results. So let's look at my search appearances, okay? So as you can see here, I've shown up about 18 times to different people. I've shown up to some universities right here. There's a medical device company. That's definitely something, a place I would like to write for. CVS Health, right? That's important. And if I scroll even further down, I'll be able to see what keywords my searchers used. It says health specialist writer. So already, even though health specialist is not quite what I do, health is in there. So I'm showing up for those essential keywords that I put in my profile. Writer, I'm also showing up for that. So all that is important. So if this person was in the market for a writer, they would reach out to me and say, hey, I would love to talk to you about your services. So it's important that you dress your profile for the job that you're looking for. All right. So let's go back. All right. So make sure you have that in there. Health and bioscience writer. Make it clear. I say content marketing for health, fitness, and biotech companies. I've had people who have reached out to me and say, hey, I see that you create content for fitness and biotech brands. Can you show me some of your samples? And then, of course, I send them off to my samples and they will let me know if they want to work with me or if it's not a great fit. So you want to open up that opportunity or increase the chances that people will want to work with you by making sure that your headline right here is very, very clear. All right, another thing too when you are writing your profile is if you provide services and you have the premium account, LinkedIn allows you to say what services you offer. So copywriting, ghostwriting, content strategy, and blogging. So, you know, if you have access to that, you can put that there. The next area that you have access to, this is for all accounts, including free accounts, is you can, in your about section, write a lot more or go in depth on what you do. So as you'll see, let me go back up here. When you want to edit this, you'll hit on the pen right there. Right, I have my name, I have health and bioscience, right? I have all of that, right? I made sure I fill all of that out, so you can definitely do that as well. And then in the about section, it's the same thing if you want to edit it. So I wrote this, I think, in Google Docs, and I used some emojis on my phone to just add these check marks and this yellow dot right here. But over here too, it's really important for you to optimize your profile so that you can get found in search, and also so that when people just click through, people will find you, right? Whether they search for you or you do something else for people to find you, people are going to click through your profile. When they click through your profile, you want to be very clear and specific on what you offer. So here I say, are you a biotech, health, or fitness company? I don't mince words. I tell in the very first sentence who it is that I work with. And I say, do you need any of these types of contents? I write that. I work, and then I say, who do I work with? I work with these folks right here. And then, you know, I tell them my background. Before I even tell them my background or anything, I have identified who I work with. I have identified what I can offer them. You want to make sure you do this. People don't care about you yet. They'll care about you later. They'll care about your background and everything later. They want to know, can you offer us something of value? Then after you've let them know, okay, this is what you can offer, you can talk about yourself. So I talk about myself. You know, I'm a research scientist, and I've been a research scientist in microbiology and immunology, and so on and so forth. Okay, I even include some testimonials testimonials from clients and former clients. All right. And then at the end, I say, if you would love to work with me, please reach me over here. I give them a call to action. So this could be anything. This could be your email. This could be your phone number, whatever you feel comfortable putting out there for people to reach you on, you put it out there. So it's important for you to make sure that you are putting all the, you're describing exactly what you do to your potential clients, so that they will, be happy to work with you, so that they can be convinced before they ever reach out to you that you are the person that they need, that you're the person that they want. All right. All right, so once you're done editing that, you're going to save that. So that about section is absolutely important, okay? So make sure you fill that out. People are going to definitely, beyond just, most of the time people focus on writing down their experience, and that's okay too. You should fill that out. But I think that this about section, because it's at the top, people are going to definitely take a look at that once they click through your profile. Okay. All right. So now once you're done with that, what should you do? You've created a beautiful profile. I do think that your cover image too needs to stand out. It needs to communicate what you do. Over here, I have a cover image where I have places where I've been written or been featured. So all these places are places I've written or been featured or had a guest post. All of that is just to show these people that I've written content elsewhere and that I'm reliable. All right. Okay. So now once that is done, you want to do things outside of your profile. You want to start adding connections. Most of the time people wonder, and I also used to wonder myself. I used to wonder, why am I not getting any connections on LinkedIn? Why am I not connecting with the right people that could potentially pay me? Let me take a drink of water. And the truth and the truth of the matter was that it was because I was not adding connections. I was not connecting with other people. So one of the ways you can start connecting, first of all, if you're watching this and you're not connected with me, go ahead come on LinkedIn and then just type in my name, find me, connect with me, send me a message and say, hey, I watched your video and wanted to connect with you. I'll be more than happy to connect with you. Okay. All right. So one of the things you can do to start connecting, you can start connecting with people that you already know. But if you really want to build your LinkedIn profile around your freelance writing and around getting the clients that you want, here's what you can do. Using the search function that I talked about before, you can type in the names or the types of people that you would potentially work with. So with freelance writing, a lot of the time, especially if you're going to do freelance blogging or any website content or sales pages, you're going to be getting in touch with the content marketing manager, right? So I'm going to just put in content marketing manager, and I'm just going to put healthcare. All right. And then I'm going to search. Once I search, I'm also going to go to people because it pulls up all kinds of results, including jobs. But we're not necessarily looking for jobs. I mean, that's definitely a place you can look at too, because maybe, that's how you can get a gig as well. Like that's a tip right there. But in this case, we're looking for connections. So we're going to go into people. And when we go into people, look at this. We had over 300,000 results for people that have content marketing manager healthcare associated with them, right? Some of these may be loose connections. We may have loose ties to this phrase that you put in, and some of them may be the exact type of person you're looking for. So for instance, this first person is Amelia. I know Amelia. And so let's look at some of these people on the list. All right. So this second person here is content marketing manager, healthcare at Highland. So this is somebody that works in the healthcare space. He's a content marketing manager. And so I could send him a connection request simply by hitting connect. You can send them a note as well, or you can just add send now. So I'm just going to hit send now. It says invite sent. Most of the time when I send out these connection requests, I would say I get about 50% of people accepting the requests and becoming connections. And you want to grow your connections, because as you grow your connections, this means that you're putting yourself in front of more people. And especially when you're connecting with the types of people that you would potentially work with as a writer. So I would potentially work with, content marketing managers, vice presidents of sales and marketing, and so on and so forth. So those are the types of people I'm going to look for. I'm going to connect with them. If they're active on LinkedIn, they're going to see my connection request. They're going to click through, and this happens to me quite a bit. They're going to click through and look at my profile. If they're really interested, see what I have to offer. And if it's interesting to them, they're going to accept it, because I'm going to be filed away as, okay, well, this is one person that I could potentially work with. I've even had people immediately after they connect reach out and say, hey, I see that you're a writer. Could you send over some samples? I've done that. Recently, I had somebody that is an agency owner reach out to me to work with her on some high-level freelance writing projects that will be for biotechs and for pharmaceutical companies. And so, that paid off. I've had somebody reach out to me to be on a panel for PhD trained scientists. So these are always, when you're connecting with the right people, the kind of people you would like to work with. And this goes for any type of a person that you are, whether you're a freelancer, blogger, speaker, author. When you identify the types of people that could bring business to you, go and find them, put that type of person in the search. And then once you put them in the search, connect with them. Okay. So once you send that connection request, that's done. So make sure you're adding connections every single day. This is how you're going to build up your connection or your follower base. Then another thing you want to do is you want to start posting content here on LinkedIn as well. So you'll go here to start a post and then go ahead and post that. It says right here that there have been 200 views of a post I put up yesterday. I don't have that many connections. I think I have about 560 something connections, right? And yet more than almost half of them, not more, but almost half of them have looked at this content, have viewed this content. All right. And so let's take a look at that. So all activity, I'm just going to do my post, right? So right here, it says 201 views. I've had 6 people like it. There've been some comments on it, right? If we go through this, you'll see that it really helps. 132 views, 284 views for this one right here. I posted a video just about a week ago. That one has had 200 views, 10 comments, 15 likes, and this is not something you can easily get on a place like Facebook, right? And once again, I have a very, very small following. And so to get that, even this level of engagement is really helpful. And the beautiful thing with LinkedIn is that whenever anybody comments or likes your posts, their followers see it. This is not something that is common on any of the other social media platforms. So if, for instance, let's take somebody like Brene Brown right here, right? So let's say Brene Brown, who has 1.7 million followers, commented on my post. That's potentially 1.7 million people that will see my post, even though I only have 500 or followers. So it's a really powerful platform in the sense that you could gain visibility very easily from people just liking and commenting on your own posts. So make sure you're putting content out there. Plus, it allows you to demonstrate that you have value to provide. So for instance, I wrote these posts, but there are times where I share articles I've written for some of my clients, right? And I've gotten comments on it. I've slowly established myself as a writer that can be trusted, a writer that writes for clients in this particular industry. So if there are any owners or if there are any CEOs or any powerful people that are in those positions to make the decision to bring me on as a writer, I'm showcasing my work to them already, and they're already engaging. And so it's going to be a very, very easy conversation for me to pitch them because they see me doing this on a daily and a weekly basis. All right. So you want to make sure that you are posting content that is relevant, that is helpful, that is also that appeals to the audience. Sometimes you can post something random, something fun. You can have some fun here on LinkedIn as well, but keep it as professional as you can. LinkedIn is not Instagram, it's not Facebook. So, you know, you just have to frame it differently. But you can still be interesting, you can still be engaging, but make sure you're posting content as well. Another thing you can do to gain visibility is write articles. Somebody had asked on the live stream last week, can she write articles on Medium and LinkedIn to showcase her work? Yes, 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 yes. People are going to read that content. People are going to give you social proof on that content. People are going to like, comment, and all of these things. And so if you are able to create that and you get that kind of response, it's an fantastic way to showcase your work. So make sure you're writing articles as well. So those are my top 5 tips for building a killer LinkedIn profile. Once again, you do not need premium. Make sure you have a picture. Make sure your name and your title, or your name and your credentials are boldly displayed. Make sure that this headline right here, health and bioscience writer, personal finance writer, whatever you do, make sure it's clear. Don't try to be cute. Make sure you're creating content on here by creating posts, writing articles. Also, make sure you're adding connections at least on a weekly basis so that you can grow your follower base and grow your reach of the types of people that you would like to work with. So I hope this was helpful to you. I really wanted to do this again because that first video I did on the live was horrible with all the breaks, and you guys deserve better. So let me know if you enjoyed this content. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below and let me know if this video was valuable to you.